Sorry?
Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Novak Djokovic. As always, please raise your hand, state your name and organisation when asking a question. Novak, we'll just start. Just give us your thoughts on that match.
Well, exciting match to be part of. Not that exciting for me the first two sets, but after that I kind of played a new match, to be honest. From the start of the third, I played the three really very solid, very high quality tennis sets. From the very beginning of the third, when I broke his serve early, I felt that I found my rhythm and tempo on the shots, and it was two different kind of matches, and I felt completely different from the start of the third.
Novak, Riyadh Al Samurai from the Daily Mail. You said on the court that after the second set you had a bit of a chat with yourself in a toilet break. I imagine that was a fairly aggressive conversation.
Not really. There was no aggressivity there. It was just a pep talk, positive talk. As negative and down you feel on yourself in those moments, I think, even though as fake as it looks or sounds to you, it really gives you an effect and support if you're trying to find the right and positive affirmations and tell it to yourself and kind of reanimate yourself in a way. So that's what I've done. I've done that after I lost two sets in finals of Roland Garros against Tsitsipas. And today, and it worked. It doesn't always work. It's not a guarantee that it will always work. But I just felt like I had to change something because I was not playing well. I was not feeling well on the court. I was dominated by Sinner. And thankfully, Grand Slams are played in best of five, so I had opportunity to come back.
Actually, also the same question.
Okay.
Nolan allora La Repubblica, congrats on your win. Can you just tell us more about what went wrong in the first two sets? Why you didn't feel well? I mean, on the paper.
Well, I thought I started very well. It was 4-1 up and break point for double break. He served well. I was playing against the wind and I just played a very bad game. 2 double faults, 2 missed drop shots, to lose the serve 4-3, and that just momentum shifted to his side. I started doubting my shots. He started believing in himself more. He was just had a better, mentality on the court. He was had a confidence to step in and dictate the play. I was not staying in the rallies. I was missing. I was too passive, and it happens, on this level that particularly on grass, everything happens very fast. So if you're not also serving well, as I was not serving well at all from the end of the first and the entire second set, he was reading my serves, he was attacking my serves. So I was really in a defense mode, to be honest, and just not much positive happening for me in terms of my game. And then, but I always believed that I could come back. I know that, experience that I have could eventually prevail in this kind of situations, that, I didn't have any physical injuries or anything like that. So it was just a matter of momentum shift. And I felt that the beginning of the third set is crucial, to start well, try to break his serve early. That's what happened.
Novak, Prajwal Hegde from the Times of India. I just wanted to ask you if when you come into matches in a Grand Slam, knowing that you probably unlikely to play another slam for some time, is there added pressure? Do you feel like you're playing more than your opponent at times?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, I have completely new motivation because of the circumstances. I feel always very motivated and inspired to play the best tennis on the Grand Slams, particularly here. I mean, this is arguably the most important tournament in the history of our sport. So I mean, definitely for me it is. I mean, I've said it before that it has this tournament in this center court has inspired me to start playing tennis. So of course it was always my childhood dream to be here. And every time I step out on that court, I feel obliged to give it all, and really, but also inspired by the amazing setting, of the center court and of Wimbledon as most traditional historic tournament. So what happens after Wimbledon is really, is unpredictable at the moment. So I don't, pay attention too much to that. I try to focus my thoughts here, and then we'll see what happens afterwards.
Chuck Culpepper from the Washington Post. I think that's your 42nd 5-set match in Grand Slams. Does when the 5th set starts, does it feel like normal life to you?
Well, it depends of the opponent and of course the surface, but the better your record in the 5th set, the better you feel every next 5th set you play. Of course, it's logical. Particularly if you play against the young players like Sinner, who didn't have too many 5-set matches in his life, and it was first quarterfinals for him. Not too many matches on the center court, I guess, for him in his career here in Wimbledon. So all these things play a role. How big of a role, that really is dependent on both players. I don't think it plays a decisive role. Even though it does look like that if you see the scoreline today. But it does definitely help knowing mentally that you've been in these particular situations and you had success in the past. So of course, you approach these particular situations when you're 2 sets down a bit more calmly, a bit more, confident, with more self-belief. If that could be a definition of it, whereas when you don't have the experience there, you're just, maybe sometimes you don't have anything to lose and you're feeling like you're not thinking about various scenarios in the future. But most of the times, in these kind of occasions for the young players, they get to experience maybe something they've never experienced before. And I feel like Sinner, coming into the match didn't have much to lose, but he had a lot to lose when he was 2 sets to love up. So, that probably, I could feel that mentally with him, So I'm sure he's gonna get better as the time passes by, because he's a fantastic player and very mentally present, devoted, professional. So I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of him on the big stage.
One more English, Rob.
Novak Djokovic from the Sun. A word on your next opponent, please. If it is Cameron Norrie, you might have the crowd against you, and you might have to run all day, because that's what Cam does. Can you just talk about Cameron? You played him last year. What do you know of him and his talent?
Well, we played indoor World Tour finals. Only one encounter that we had, and of course different conditions, different tournament environment than what it would be playing here in Wimbledon and center court semifinals of a slam in his country. Of course, that's I know what to expect if that happens. In terms of the crowd support and everything that you mentioned. Again, for him, not much to lose. Every victory from now onwards is a big deal for him. I know that, but. I practiced a few times. I know his game well. He's been around. So, but, of course, I'll do my homework and get ready.
David Goffin as well. He's quite experienced.
Yes. Well, I played David here some years ago, I think in quarterfinals, and played him more than I played Norrie. And he's already kind of a veteran of the game, and he's been around for quite a while. Just one of the lightest footwork that you're going to see on the tennis court. Just so quick to adjust to the shots, and one of the best looking backhands in the game. And he plays quite flat from forehand and back inside, which is suitable to this surface. Look, it's semifinals of a Grand Slam. Whoever you get to face, it's a showtime. So you better be at your best.